I give up. I can't make the music work like I want it to. This is ridiculous. I do not know why YouTube Music does its thing in a very poor way. Also, I paused this like 5 minutes ago. Please pause again. Hell yeah. Yo, it is cooking time again, A2B. I got a lot of cooking streaks on O, so it was like, I kind of need to get down to business with this sort of stuff and start knocking these things out. Put this out real quick. Should be. Not at all. Oh, that's soft. Oh, my sweetness is coming out of it, but that is not as soft as I like it, which is fine. I can prepare some other stuff in the meantime. Give us a little bit more time while I'm at it. Yeah, just leave it on. But, yo, good morning, A2B. Yo, good morning, Snugglebus. Good morning, Empress of Myth. Hopefully you're all doing well. Empress Myth, back-to-back streams. It's just like, hey, is there more cooking? I'm there. Let me get some, house shoes on real quick. And as always, let me know if the music's too loud, too quiet, anything of the sort. Real comfortable this morning. Not even on my jammies. No need. You don't gotta get fancy to cook. I mean, usually you actually don't want to be fancy to cook because you'll spill it all over yourself, so on and so forth. It's not a good look. Well, I guess in the meantime, I'll prepare some coffee. Well, I kind of hear from you all. How's your morning going? How are you doing? How has the day treated you so far? Has it been a good weekend? So on and so forth. Alright. So I started preparing the sweet potato ahead of time because I have to mash up the sweet potato a little bit to make sure it's soft enough for a mash and everything like that. It did not get as soft as I thought, and I gave it an hour. And I'm kind of surprised. Normally how I cook it, 2 hours is really good, but at a lower temperature, so I was thinking like, well, at about 100 degrees higher, maybe at a hot for a little bit longer, it'll be a bit better, but what's really nice about the potato is that it's actually juicing out just a little bit with all the sweetness. You can kind of see some of the not gel, but like the clear sugar coming out, but it's just not ready. It's just not ready. So we'll prepare some coffee in the meantime, get this last little bit, and then we'll prepare some other steps too while we're at it. There we go. Because who doesn't like a good cup of joe in the morning, right? Put that on. Hell yeah. Just woke up and need to go make some coffee. Hell yeah, join me in this, Empress. Let's get some coffee. What a way to start the day. Unless you don't like caffeine or coffee. And usually I make mine like 10. I guess it's not too far away from 10 a.m., but usually I try to wait until about 10 a.m. before I really drink caffeine, just to kind of get my body into more of a natural rhythm and whatnot. But it's getting harder and harder just because I wake up so early. So it's like, okay, it's like 5+ hours before I actually have that cup of coffee. So I feel that nice little drag around 9 instead of like around 10 when I was going into the office. So it's quite a bit different, honestly. So I gotta get used to a new schedule or something like that. Oh, that's too loud. That's definitely too loud. Hopefully that's about the right volume there. Oh, I want to move the recipe over here. So give me a second here. As always, you can type !recipe into the chat to pop it open. Everything set up? Yes, yes, yes. All right, looking good. You looking good? Everyone, you looking good? Breakfast stuff underway while the potato finishes for a bit. Because there's a few more things I gotta do anyway, so it's actually not that big of a deal that the potatoes aren't done yet. But the first step of this recipe, which is not shown, is that the oven has to beep at you first and says, you know, hey, I don't get no respect around here. Why am I not the star of my own stream? I'm the oven. I make all the food for you. And I say, shut the fuck up. You make your food right now. Can't pay you right now. You're an intern. You knew that when you came in. Pay your interns, by the way. Don't be like me. Pay your interns. But, I actually gotta make some bacon anyway, so that's actually... It can use a little bit more time to soften up in the oven, but basically, you just want some form of soft, sweet potato. Just one should be fine. That makes plenty. But some form of soft, sweet potato, so that you can mash it up and then put it into a mix. But, like I said, we have extra steps we can do in the meantime. Like... making it the bacon. That will also go into the waffles. Alright. This bacon's been in my freezer since last year, I'm not gonna lie. It could possibly have, like, for some reason gone bad. I doubt it, but it's entirely possible that it... Actually, God, has it been 2 years? Yeah, it's been 2 years. I guess it has been that long since hosting Cabinet in the Woods, since, you know, didn't host anything last year. And last year was supposed to be my big year, hosting a lot of things. I was taking over the local charity tournament. I was hosting my second year of Cabinet in the Woods. For those of you who do not know, it was just a get-together for the FGC scene, just to kind of, hey, let's just hang out for like a weekend, and sure, we can play games, but you know, let's actually just like hang out, share food, recipes, drinks, play board games together, go on hikes together in the mountains and stuff like that. It was just kind of like a little getaway for folks, and it went really well. Like, everyone liked it, and everyone's really excited for the next year, so I guess I'll need a plate for that, but I can just start slapping out. But it has been 2 years since. Now I realize I've lost a year of my life indoors. Alright. Actually, I need to turn that up a little bit higher. Alright. So, just need to I need to have a pocket towel for this one because I keep touching bacon. There we go. Hell yeah. I need to catch up on chat also because it was not up front on screen. I drink 1-2 cups of coffee every morning. I'm like, every day, that makes sense. Every morning. Woo. Okay, but no more. Okay, so technically 1 or 2 a day. It's my favorite TV chef, DK Pants Ryu. I still think Pac-Man Ghost Pants Ryu is probably just like a smidge better. You know, because the ghosts glow in the dark. You know, like you cook in the morning and you'll definitely see it glow in the dark. Duh. Red Bay Susie, how's it going? Happy Saturday to you. Thank you. If you don't, you shall perish. Parrish. You shall perish, which is that to say you will become Jeremy Parrish, one of the best YouTubers out there, doing a historic review of like damn near every video game out there. Be Jeremy Parrish, actually. Yo, but you'll get Sterling from Sonic Guy. After all that conversation about work yesterday, yeah, Sonic Kai's gonna come after you. How's it going? Good morning, Sonic Kai. Benmay Susie, Scuffrio, Pone. It's Costco bacon, nice and thick, chunky slices. Yeah, everyone talks about Costco bacon. I was really surprised when I got it. I'm like, what's the big deal? And I'm like, now actually, when I cooked it those 2 years ago, I'm like, oh wow, you get like some value behind these. These are big. These are huge. No, it smells fine. As someone who had bacon go bad in the fridge, that smells fine. The other one did not. I got a fresh perspective on this sort of thing. Yo, thank you for the follow, greatly appreciated. Oh no, it's Zested Dippin' Sauce with a 3 whole days of subscription. That's crazy. God, these days are going by so slow, but every moment with you, Zested Dippin' Sauce is just a better moment. Hey, thank you much. Greatly appreciated. Oh gosh. What is even outside? Yeah, outside's just a myth. It's just made up. It's like, you know, those Greek myths that they always talk about. There's Zeus, there's Poseidon, there's Zagreus, very real guy. But then they talk about the outside, like that's bullshit. That's not a real thing. Don't make up stuff. You don't have to lie to impress me. Nice smell coffee. Nice watermelon roast blend from a local coffee shop around here. Kind of just accidentally discovered them, honestly. Just was driving down the road. I'm like, I need some coffee. And it's like, hey, come to this coffee shop. Word. All right. They were really nice in there and everything like that. And then I used to talk about them about the Jasper that I have there. And they're like, oh yeah, so you need some super fine grind coffee. Yeah, we totally do that. Here you go. I'm like, oh, hey, thanks, sweet. And it's really good, actually. I'm pretty impressed with them. But yeah, I like cooking bacon, but I hate touching raw bacon. I'm not too weird about touching raw meats, honestly. I understand the finickiness above beyond it, because like crochet hook is very ishy about touching raw meat. Very, very like, don't like this. Now, for the amount of bacon that we're making, I mean, the amount of waffles that we're making, you don't really need all that much bacon, but, you know, extras never really hurt anyone. Well, it actually hurts a lot of people because bacon is high in fat, and if you have a diet of strictly bacon, you're gonna have to really work around it to make it work. See, keto diet people, but look, like I said, I've had this bacon for 2 years, and as Crochet Hook said, you kind of can tell our bacon consumption rate is extraordinarily low. Oh gosh. What it costs us like cheaper quality. I should maybe get a Costco membership. I'm starting to buy a little bit more in bulk, and I'm thinking like maybe it's worth it. And then I stopped thinking. There it is. That's the end of the technique. And then I stopped thinking. Oh gosh. I need to actually catch up on chat. Zach is real alive. Yeah, he's alive. But then he's dead. But then he's alive. And then he's dead. And then he's alive. Repeat until... Actually, just repeat. It's like 0.33333 repeating. And you just keep going until you're done talking about it. Oh gosh. Oh man, I'm way behind. There we go. Crispy or soft bacon? Oh, crispy. Mega crispy. I've worked hard to figure out how I like making my crispy bacon. I have certain methodologies and stuff that I just taught myself. Like, I could probably go online and see all these same tips and whatnot, but it was just little methodologies and stuff I've taught myself to really make crispy bacon. I'm huge on crispy. That said, I like soft bacon too. I just like bacon. Come on, it's a salty meat stick. Huh. Should have also workshopped that one before I said it out loud. In my defense, I haven't had my coffee yet. Ah, God, that blend is so good. My grocery store has a local produce bacon strips, a huge 500 grams for $11. Nice. Super meating is very. Ooh, it sounds like I'm super freaking jealous. That sounds super good. Just keep it throughout the week. Yeah, that's the other problem. That's the other half of the problem. Like actually keeping it throughout the week and remembering, oh yeah, I want to eat bacon, but now it's not fresh bacon, so I don't want it nearly as much. Once again, it's not like I dislike bacon. I just like the concept of fresh bacon a lot more than any other bacon. Alright, I will pop this away. Maybe I'll remember to cook it for the rest of the week. We'll see what happens. I need it for one more recipe this week, so that's kind of why it's kind of good that I have one pack right now, because it's like I need it for one more recipe later this week. But beyond that, I'm just kind of like, bacon. Coffee. Susie, how dare you? Keep it to Twitter. Stay horny on me, not horny on my main channel. It's amazing. You know, it's worth the change in the world that, you know, it's always, everyone's talking about the big pair of chests out there and whatnot. But, you know, it's about time that the roles are reversed and a big, large meat stick is now breaking the internet instead. Soft, slow cooked baked bacon. Oh yeah. Those fast just gel out in your mouth. Oh, that's always the most pleasing meat-based experience. Any that just really breaks down and melts inside of the mouth, getting that M&M style. M&Ms don't melt in your mouth either, so which sucks. Yeah, I feel you, Scruffo, because it's like, I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong, I like it, it's just, I don't miss bacon. I think that's actually the best way to put it. I don't miss bacon. I never miss bacon. I'm just like, oh, is there bacon there? I want bacon. I do like bacon. Is it not there? I don't even think about it. It's not even on my mind at all. Oh, yes, okay, no, this works fine. Okay. It's going to take a little while for the bacon, but we can check in on the sweet potato real quick, see how that's coming along, and see if it's soft enough. How you doing in there, buddy? You're getting there. It's just such a big piece. I think the problem is such a big potato that it's just going to take a little bit more effort to get that a little bit softened up, but I can forcibly also mash it. It doesn't have to be super soft. The softer it is, the easier. But as long as you mash it, it doesn't super matter either. And it'll have to cool down a little bit too anyway, so that'll also be fine. But candy bacon? Oh yeah, candy bacon. I mean, duh. Here's salt, here's sweet, here's savory. Like, here's 3 vortexes of flavor all in your mouth, and you can't block all that. Look, as a fighting game player, you can't block all that at once. It's impossible. That's why Mag fucking Nito exists. Can't block an attractive man. Oh no, I just got Zesty Zippy Sauce regretting coming to the stream this morning. Yo, what's up, Sandox? Bright and early Sandox. How's it going? Yeah, have you never caught a cooking stream, really? Yeah, holy crap, I guess not. I guess not. That's so weird to think about. Huh. But still. Good to see you, buddy. Only a morning for a bit. Yeah, that's a morning stream, that's true. And usually you're streaming around the same time I would be streaming when I do the morning streams. Otherwise, it's vice versa. And I'm in your stream just demanding you to drive the limo. But the sheet pan bacon rules, yeah. I did that at the cabinet 2 years ago. I was like, you know what, I need a bunch of bacon, slap that thing down, and let it rock. Let it rock. And that thing was gone in like 2 minutes. I think it was like a whole 2 bags of bacon just gone in 2 minutes. No effort required. It was just, it ducked out. Alright, so we're starting to get part of the bacon where the fat's starting to really winter off. You're getting a lot of oils at the bottom. So when I start really doing this kind of, just making sure I saute it around a little bit. For 2 reasons. One, obviously I want some of the oil to get around because, you know, nothing's truly flat and even in life. So some oil congeals here and there and like really gathers up. So you want to prevent that. So let it move around a little bit more, let it stick to the bacon a little bit more here and there. And 2, sometimes you can kind of get enough oil so you can kind of splash it on the top side to start that crisping process a little bit. So you start getting that first level of crisp starting to go on. And I'm a triple flipper, honestly. I'm a triple flipper. So, that said, I'm gonna let this cook for a little bit on one side, kind of get those oils or those fats into the pan. And once that happens, flip it over, start cooking the other side, that kind of that deep fried almost aspect, while starting to splash around some of the extra oil that comes off and then start splashing it back on top. Flip it over once more, cook it for like 2 more seconds, and then take it out, let it sit there for a bit. Crisp with air crisp at the end, it's perfectly good to go. Big bacon as a seasoning and stuff, yeah. Cooking things in bacon grease, yeah, I did that the other day. My lady's grandmother, one of 3 of them, gifted us some like breakfast meats, I guess is the best way to put it. I don't know what to call it, because I'm like, well, there's bacon in here. I guess I consider that a breakfast meat, but I don't know about the rest of these. These are like summer sausages and stuff like that. But anyway, like hard sausages, I should say. But no, I started cooking some of the peppered bacon that came with it, which was bacon that had some pepper on like one edge, the edge of the bacon slice, which fell off with the packaging. So it was just bacon, really. I'm like, you can't sell this as something bougie. You sold bacon with a little bit of pepper on it. I would not pay any amount of extra money for this. What the fuck you think you're doing? You think you're smart? I catch on to you as I cook and eat it anyway. But yeah, I used the bacon fat in there, made some pancakes afterwards, and I'm like, oh man, I forgot how good this is. Like cooking in bacon fat, I forgot how good that can be. I miss cooking in bacon fat more than I miss actually cooking bacon. I'm so weird about bacon. The more I talk about it, the more I'm like, man, my relationship with bacon is just unique. It's really, really unique. I'm discovering. Alright, also one thing I do, just because I'm weird like this, so I'll switch the outer pieces with the inner pieces for a bit, and then I'll flip them over, so that the outer pieces, which don't usually get as cooked and warm, actually get a little bit more opportunity to cook on the inside, and the other ones can kind of catch up. You want to make sure you dredge it when you flip, so that there's plenty of oil on the other side, because there's that kind of level 1 of crisping up the bacon. And then I will kind of splash it around a little bit, get to the sides here and there. Really make sure that, you know, there's a good amount of oil on top of each piece of bacon, So it kind of cooks from both angles and both sides, and it gets it really, really crispy in there. The tail end of Doc's Scrump's cooking scrumps. I don't know if you're blessed or cursed, Scruffo. Also, I'm calling you Scruffo. If that's wrong, just stop me. But no, it's that's, I don't know if you're blessed or cursed, honestly. Random stream today, no schedule thing. Oh yeah, I definitely understand those. Sometimes I'm sitting on Tuesday, I'm just like, yeah, I kind of want to play a game. I kind of want to play Monolith. Yeah, I'm gonna play some more Monolith. Your bake own. So it's 10 out of 10. I don't know why you're stopping yourself. But cabinet cooking is not idyllic, actually. Cabinet cooking is actually kind of hard. Because one of my friends who could cook super well, I think I might have told the story to some of you before, so sorry if this is a bit of a broken record, but my friend who came from California, very good cook, very accomplished cook. I'm learning stuff from him all the time. Extremely good. Came up, and like, I was telling him, like, I was lamenting that I actually want a pressure cooker because, you know, being a higher elevation definitely helps keep that consistent temperature. And now we have a pressure cooker, actually. That said, you know, he came up and he started cooking and he was like, wait, the water's already boiling and it's dissipating like right now. What the hell's going on? And he's like, after you finish, like, okay, actually it turns out that this is a lot harder than I was expecting it to be. I'm like, yeah, yeah it is. Turns out atmospheric pressure is actually highly difficult and really a hard time to do. Did you need something?
I just smell bacon.
Oh, you're just standing there, so...
Sorry, I was catching up on your chat.
Oh. After a night of fight games and beverage, bacon will just disintegrate into the ether. Yeah. Yeah, and that's 100% true. Alright. Let me bring you over closer to the bacon zone real quick. Just so you can kind of see what's going on, and we're going to get to that final point of the bacon here. So, you can kind of see it a little bit here. I kind of splashed it around just a bit, just kind of keep some oil on the top, make sure it remains cooking, but it stays crisping in the air at the same time. It's kind of a two-part process. And since I kind of turned it over a little bit early, it's not full 100% cooked on this side, which is fine, but the temperature's so high on the other side that, you know, you get that really nice brown golden crisp. Yo, that bear from Golden Grams would be pissed off if he knew I was hiding this level of gold from him. Don't tell him though, he's a bear and I'm just a human being. I can't keep up with him. He's giant. He's allegedly giant. Actually, how big is the Golden Grams bear? Wait, it's not Golden Grams, it's Cocoa Crisp bear. Either way, whatever. I'm not very good at cereal lore anymore, so you can kind of see the nice, real good golden down there with the sizzling that's come over there. I let it sit on this side for like just not that long, honestly. Just enough so that it touches the oil for a bit longer, and then I take it off right then and there, just to make sure. Is that warm? That's still warm. Okay, I'm not gonna put it on there. And I know it's kind of a level of hubris that some people agree with and don't agree with, but I actually don't wipe off my oil. I let it sit in its own oil for a bit longer. Just so it can really air fry off. Because in my thought process, it's like, look here. I'm eating bacon because it's a treat. And I feel like anything that gives me less opportunity to eat bacon and all the flavors that came with it, because fat is flavor, is just a mistreatment to myself. Your body's a temple. Oh shit, I just looked up and technical performance is smashing on the bacon button. Yo, what's up, brother? Happy Sunday to you too. Happy Sunday to everyone who's swinging on in. I'm way behind on everything. Yo, what's up, Felice D? Happy Sunday to you, 20. How's it going? I gotta catch up. Cooking in bacon fat. Having said that, I cook in duck fat. Duck fat's like 20 times more expensive by itself. Unless you're just cooking a lot of duck, in which case you're living life great, Scruffo. Holy shit. Need to be like you. But yeah, bacon fat is just like that slight bit of salt that peels off of it and everything like that. You put it in the pan. It's pre-made seasoned salt. I mean seasoned oil. It's just, That's why I have that onion oil, because it's kind of pre-seasoned oil. It's super, super good. But I do want to cook in duck fat. It's just a matter of, well, I'm actually closer to Asian marts now, so that should be a lot more accessible. I didn't even think about that, now that we've moved again. But yeah, like Zesty Dipping Sauce said, it costs many dollars, and Zesty Dipping Sauce as per their name, we'll probably just use it as a zesty dipping sauce. You want to do that? Oh man. Pizza spices? Yeah, what the fuck is pizza spices? Spice dip provoke? Yeah, there's like a spice that I had a local spice shop at one point, and they gave me some sort of spice for free. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What do you want me to do with this? Look, I'm like, I taste a little bit. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's Mount Elias Greek seasoning, whatever the fuck that is. So I'm just not really sure. Oh yeah, cook the eggs, potatoes, bacon, fat, more do bacon. Yeah, and I just don't do bacon that much, Andy. So that's kind of like the part in there. Oh, you can get duck fat from Costco. Wow, you're really shilling this Costco thing. I wonder where Scruffo works. Probably something very nice, like, you know, probably high-level programming, something like that. Seems like a very smart person. Oh gosh, buffets. Oh man, I'm so behind on Jet. I think I'm just gonna have to just look every now and then. Rip buffets. Oh yeah, buffets. Yeah, you know, quite honestly, I'm not a huge fan of buffets anymore. Now that my eating habits have gone a little bit more on the, and I think it's just an age thing too, but now that my eating habits have gone a lot more on the very more controlled side, I just don't get that hungry anymore. It just doesn't happen anymore. So, you know, going to Vegas and everyone's like, yo, we have to go to the buffet. It's the best, you know, cost to food. It's like, well, yeah, it's the best cost of food if you eat more than one plate. I don't. I barely finish one plate. And then I feel miserable. And I usually have a tournament or a commentary or something like that afterward. Or I have to walk around in the hot sun. It's like, I don't want to eat that much. I want my one plate of food that's well made. If you're gonna give me one plate of food, I want it to be extremely well made. That said, if someone says let's go to the back and I'm like, yeah, I'll spend $70 on a breakfast buffet. That place is great. I can only finish 2 plates, but damn, everything in there I had was really good. Yeah, if you ever find yourself in Vegas and you want to have one of the finest buffets out there, go to the Bacchanal. It's I think it's in Caesars, but don't quote me on that. It's been a while since I've gone. It was really good. But nah, I can't do buffets anymore. My body's in simple, ancient, crumbling, probably cursed. It's definitely cursed. We're bipedal creatures who walk around and act like we're smarter than one another. Yeah, we're definitely cursed. We're cursed with knowledge. Frozen pizza spice. Yeah, frozen pizza spice is way, way whack. Yo, but you know what's not whack? DEFCON none. Hell yeah, what's going on, my guy? I wish you were around yesterday, because there was a character in Omori who kept saying my guy. I'm like, now I miss DEFCON none. Where is he at? I have fake DEFCON none, which is very ironic. I have fake Rugal in the game. I had a job to me and my mom because I'm broke. Hey, doesn't matter. As long as you're in a safe and sustainable environment, who cares where you live? Live in a safe, sustainable environment. I won't lie. If I could, well, actually I technically can, but if I had an easy opportunity to move back to my parents' place and live there, I'd probably still say yes. Look, and I'm making above comfortable money, and I would still move back in my parents. Hey, no rent? Cool, I'll take it. Look, this is the era where it's like, look, hey, I'm not gonna fuck around anymore. More money for me, more take-home money for me. Great, I'll take it. That means more money I can give out to random friends and gifts and stuff like that. Yeah, there you go, Mustang. Mustang knows. You know, in all fairness, Mustang, we're coming from a very similar background here. We know that you sometimes just go to Vegas, you're like, I need to eat, and if I can only afford one meal a day here at Evo, that's what's just gonna happen. I'm gonna eat a lot of stuff here, and then carry on through the day and hope I don't die. Hope I don't need to eat again. Oh, gosh. But champagne barefoot breakfast, yeah. Evo on Sunday 2019, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Eating habits really good. Yes, back on those Caesars. Oh, shit, good call me. I'm so behind. There we go. Miss Cons, yeah, Zesty. I also miss Cons. And yo, Def Cons, like, yeah, that's me. I'm the guy. I'm your boy. All right, so you let these sit for a bit, and then at the end of it, let me just get real close, and it's like, just a nice little slight crisp, still a little bit of chew in the middle. And the fat should just soften up on the inside. That it tastes really, really good. That's perfectly where I want that. All right, how are you doing, buddy? So, in the meantime, this is still doing its thing here. Probably don't want to put that on there. Got it. Yeah, bacon's good. All right, that's feeling soft enough, I think. Yeah, that's soft enough. Alright, so that's been cooking for about 75, 80 minutes. Just get it soft, basically, is the idea. So we've got that in there, so that should be soft enough, so we can get really started on the rest of this recipe here. So, that said, and the recipe is actually not too difficult, honestly, if you haven't looked at it yet. This is something you can make. You probably have most, if not close to everything on this, so you probably don't have to worry too much about trying to buy too much for this one. Alright. Yeah, I guess I should plug that in. That's fine. It doesn't super matter, but we'll get this going here. Ugh. There we go. So, I've never owned a waffle iron before, but a random contest at work, I ended up, well, not it was a contest, it was I can't reach that. Oh god, this bar sucks. Okay, I'm gonna move this somewhere else then. It's gonna get very cozy over here. It's gonna be funny when I start knocking stuff over. He's like, haha, for you to knocking stuff over, I will clip it and share it with all my friends. And then they will also come to the chat. And they will also laugh at Rito. And I'm like, haha, the joke's on you. That's how I get my viewership up. And you're like, ah ha ha. But you see, they're gonna be so unimpressed, they're all gonna leave. And I'm like, haha, you got me. And I'll have to hold that out. Alright, this is probably a lot easier because I can actually reach that wire there. But yeah, we were doing a Secret Santa at work. And someone really didn't want this waffle iron. I'm like, I'll take it. I really wanted a waffle iron just for this one recipe. We've made it before at my lady's parents' house, so it was not something we could consistently make. We just had to make it at her parents' house, and then it's like, hey, here's a waffle iron. I don't want it. I'm like, cool. Secret Santa to me. Happy day. Sweet potatoes are a gift to humanity. Holy crap. I have so many sweet potatoes a week. I go to the store, I buy 4 of them, and I just eat them throughout the week. I love sweet potatoes. It's so good for, like, if you're doing any sort of dieting or, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Cutting of fats or anything like that, and you're really trying to shred off some weight, sweet potatoes, like, perfect. Highly nutritious, super easy to make. You can make them ahead of time. You don't need to season them all that much, if at all. And you can make a bunch at once, so it's super easy to meal prep. Like, sweet potatoes are really like, there's 2 God's gifts. There's Guilty Gear and there's sweet potatoes, and I'm the holy intake of both of them. Evan, you're not hungry now? By the time he's done, who knows? That sounds familiar. That sounds familiar, Empress. Is that a Mitch Hedberg skit? I think that's a Mitch Hedberg skit. Because if so, once again, you're a person of class. I think Radio Trust is for fans. One thing I'm not going to fail on saying hello to Joe Q Public. How's it going? Yo, happy... Is this warming? Is this going? Happy Sunday to you. I have not used one of these. I have not used this in like a year, literally. So I'm like, are you going? Is the power on? Are you getting warm? Is there a switch that I just don't remember how to hit? I'm like checking around here. Is someone just not remembering about this? I don't feel like it's getting warm, so.
It's slow.
Is it slow? Well, no, the power is not even saying it's on. Well, it's getting a little bit, maybe a bit warmer.
The light I thought only came on when it was ready for you to put stuff on it.
Well, there's a power light and there's a ready light.
Okay, I don't know that.
Is this actually? There we go. Alright. Sometimes these, I don't know why, but sometimes these plugs decide like, yeah, I'm done working today, and it just switches itself off, and I have to hit that reset button. I had to do that twice in the last 2 hours, actually. But yeah, I have a waffle iron. I haven't used it in a decade. Yeah, waffle irons are not a common thing, because it's like, well, I have pancakes, and I sure used a pan with bacon fat in it that's already done. Why would I have to go the extra steps to do anything else with this? Is Mitch Hedberg? Hell yeah. Once again, Empress Smith, you are a queen amongst queens. You love to see it. Alright. Now let me get my list of things I need to mix together. Where's the usual list of items and amounts? Because once again, I don't get to make these very often, so they're not even close to like, I can't even fake this one. Like if you gave me all the ingredients, you said start making this, I'm like, I could probably bullshit something together, yes, but it would not be as good or as lightly leavened as if I just had followed the recipe. Alright, I need a pretty good bowl for this one. I need a few bowls actually. Double actually. I'm gonna do a few things here. I do need a smaller bowl. I do need an egg white whipping, so I'm gonna put this in the freezer real quick for the meringue aspect of it. One thing I learned is that you do want colder bowls for meringue mixing. Now, I don't think that's a make or break necessarily, but I learned it from a tiramisu making moment in Italy. So, who am I to question her knowledge? Alright. Like, why are you catching up? Like, oh, I'm seeing 27 minutes. Circus of West? Oh, it might be actually, honestly. Maybe wish I liked sweet potatoes. You don't like sweet potatoes? You might be the first person ever I've ever heard say that. Which, you know, it's fine. Not that big of a deal. Just personally shocked. It's like, huh. just the first. I mean, I think people get like the same response when I say, you know, I don't like chocolate. It's just like, huh. Okay. Alright. I'm patting it down kind of inside the bag. I'm not going to be super specific with this because I'm going to eyeball it because I'm lazy. There we go. Might need to add more or less because, you know, sizes of sweet potatoes are not consistent, so you really just don't always know what you're going to get out of it. Actually, I need to mash sweet potatoes, so how do I want to do this? This should work. I don't think I need anything too special. Just space to mash in. Because we mash. We're fighting game players here. We mash. Why do I want to make that happen? Yeah. Yo, what's up? What's up, Dubs? Yo, Dubs something. Yo, nice ass, bro. Yo, thanks, bro. Ultimate bromancing on today of all days. Ooh, yeah. Look at all that. Oh, that's looking so good. I'll try to get closer to the camera here, but you can see like all that sugar just juicing out of it. Literally actually juicing out of it. Oh, that looks so good. Sweet potatoes are beautiful. I love sweet potatoes. It's too much. And eat the outside skin too, and everything. Now, the recipe says you could just take a fork and do it. I think we have a potato masher. Or is that? I think we have a potato masher, and every time I look for it, we don't. They're like, oh, right.
We don't.
Hey, it's one of those items. Alright, I'm gonna take this fork here. Oof, that's hot. Manner pot of stuffed milte pork, marinade and sashimi togarashi. Hell yeah, I love sashimi togarashi. Soy and rice vinegar, roasted hearts of palm. Bamboo shoot. Ooh. Yo, that mix sounds like. Is the mix actually within? Or not mix, but is the rice within that mix or no? Oh shit, hell yeah. What's up, Dubs? I'm ready for tonight too. Yo, what's up, Desert Signal? I can only see part of, since you broke the screen today, I can only see part of it, but I know it's you, Desert Signal. Thank you for the host as always. Love the support. Alright, just gonna kind of just mash this up a little bit. You don't have to be too specific one way or another with this. And keep the skin on if you so choose. You don't have to. Easier without skin, but skin is where all the nutrition generally is, or where most of the nutrition is. So I like keeping it on. Plus, I like the textural differences. I'm just kind of weird like that. We're gonna kill it tonight, potentially. We have to defeat Voice of Dog, who's on a win streak right now. And who knows who Voice of Dog's opponent's going to be. It could be someone powerful, like Ty Tuesday. It could be someone, I don't know if he's not powerful in the pit. I think I'm not powerful in the pit. I think it's me. Maybe I'll switch teams before Dub knows it, and I'll weaken Voice of Dog's power so that Dubs can go on and win with whoever else comes with him. Maybe that'll be a secret. That'll be the technique. Oh gosh, but how's it going, Desert Signal? Happy Sunday to you. Hopefully you're doing well. Shoutouts to... Yo, shoutouts to my stream always breaking. I should just turn it off for these streams, honestly. Especially with how I'm kind of moving to try and make it a little bit more lurker friendly and trying to anonymize my subs and followers so that it doesn't mention names. I can just say thank you, move on, and they can also move on to just chillaxing. But I don't know. Maybe it might be worth it to just really like turn it off with these strings, since my phone has such a hard time with it for whatever reasons. All right. It's getting it come apart as much as it usually would, I feel like, but not a big deal. If it really starts to bother me and I can't mix it in for whatever reason, I can't split it apart, then whatever. I pull it out and snack on it. Once again, I really, really like sweet potatoes. Big mess in a pie is my specialty. Oh, God. Oh, it fixed it? Oh, sweet, it fixed itself. Oh, it fixed it. Oh, you hosted Clappy and it worked? Yeah, for whatever odd reason, it gets stuck on like the first action, and then once a second action happens, it fixes itself just fine. Doesn't matter what the second action is usually, but it seems like it gets stuck mostly on follows. Generally, it gets super stuck on follows, and then afterwards it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. Whatever you throw my way, I'll get it out of the way. Alright, so we just have some nice mash here. You don't need to season it. I mean, sweet potatoes by themselves are super, super good, and it's taking all my willpower to not just dig into this and be like, alright, that's the end of the stream. But yeah, basically, just get a soft sweet potato. You can have leftovers from the previous night also, according to the recipe on here, but I don't have leftovers. I just eat sweet potatoes all day, every day. Alright. So we need flour, cornmeal, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Alright, Andy, I need you to lose to me in Guilty Gear for a few rounds so I can get your salt. Put it in here. Be really helpful, thanks. I did grab cornmeal, right? Yes, okay. Just to make sure I didn't grab anything else. Oh, we have a whole canister of salt down here. I did not realize that. Alright. Just going through my stuff over here. You're not missing anything, I promise. Baking powder. Yes. That clapper gal. I don't know what a clapper is, but whatever it is, it makes for good baking powder. Alright. And since it's more of a science now, it's like I definitely don't want to go off the rails with this. That's why I'm like, I couldn't do it. I'm terrible at understanding the balance between baking powder and baking soda. Alright. Baking powder. There we go. Baking powder, 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. But basically, between baking powder and baking soda, the combination of acidic and base, if I remember correctly, I'm not very smart with science, creates bubbles. And the bubbles, actually I probably should not use that same one entirely. Probably should at least rinse it off. And those bubbles is what makes things more fluffy and has more pores throughout everything. So that makes it really good for getting nice fluffy cakes. Go half a teaspoon. Make sure I did read that correctly. Half teaspoon. Okay. And it wants a half a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna eyeball that one. There we go. Don't need much. Just enough to really bring out some of the flavors in there. Wait, oh, you make 2 fillets? Ooh, that sounds super good. Shit, I'm gonna try drawing soon. Oh shit! Why did I know you did drawing, Ray Susie? That's weird. But yeah, happy Valentine's Day to everyone. I mean, I know some people feel strongly about it. I know some people hate it. So, happy Valentine's Day to those who actually like the holiday. Happy Sunday to those of you who don't like the holiday, but also who like the holiday and just enjoy Sundays in general. It's Valentine's Singles Appreciation Day. Heck yeah. You know what? Just hugs to you all. Much love to you all. Ate both of them because my girlfriend's on a diet. Hey girl, I made you some souffles, but I know you can't have it, so you can watch me eat souffles. Happy Valentine's Day. Red Maid Susie is so romantic. Make sure once Red Maid Susie's on the market, you go straight after her. You get great moments like that. Alright, and 6 tablespoons of cornmeal. Just kind of finger level it off. And 6 tablespoons, right? Okay. 2. Actually, no. I do want the oven on, but I need to set it to a warm setting. So the waffles stay warm once you're done cooking them. There we go. And I kind of need to crack it open a bit to really let that heat out of there. Ovens don't have their own cooling system, what a surprise. So you need to make sure you actually open the door if you need to lower the temperature really quickly. Alright, there we go. I think that's all for that part. Alright, baking powder, baking soda, salt, cornmeal, flour. Yep, that is what I have in here. Alright, we'll whisk away. I still have the whisk I used yesterday, so super easy access. Correct. Before baking powder was commercially available, you would have had to make yeast batter for waffles? Jeez. That sounds a lot better, actually. A yeast batter sounds amazing. Oh my gosh. Plus, I reteach too much art stuff. My stuff. Oh, that's probably why I don't know. I'm also catching up now, though. It's just one thing we all can agree on. Happy birthday, Rita. Oh my god. I can't believe it. I was born on the day of loving other people, and everyone is in here trying to love on me. Yo, greatly appreciated. I saw an event come through for a donation. I can't actually read it because... There we go. Dubs, don't pay me $5. Oh wait, you owe me $5. Never mind. I forgot. I forgot. You actually did owe me $5. Not even by my own volition. Oh my gosh. So, sodium bicarbonate or carbonate, a weak acid, and a buffer like cornstarch. This is all dry and when you react with yourself with a mix of water. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I don't mess around with a lot of baked goods. I mean, technically pancakes is baked, and I do make some from scratch pancakes every so often. I don't use a recipe on those, which might be dumb. But for whatever reason, I was like, I get it here, but I don't get it anywhere else. Alright, really get that mixed in there. Tiny whisk. Yo, I'm tiny whisk! Alright, that's the second worst imitation of Rick and Morty Rick that you'll ever hear. Because there's always that guy who doesn't stop doing it. Who has the worst imitation. That's not me, because I actually stopped. Mine's the worst, but mine stops. Where's my coffee? Yeah, yeast batter Belgian waffle sounds mega good. Oh my gosh. Oh, that sounds so good. I gotta try it sometime. Maybe I'll just make that a future cooking stream. Actually trying to use a yeast batter, because I've never done that before. And you know, I think a lot of these are going to be like levels of experimentation, like, oh, I've never done thing before. Let's try it on a stream. If I fail on a stream, great. 10 out of 10. That's knowledge for everyone else, if anything else. I'm going to move that back a little bit so you can actually see a little bit more closely to what I'm actually doing here. I realize I'm a bit off camera. All right, so here comes the fun part. By fun, I mean, it's just going to be loud and noisy and slightly annoying. Oh yeah, right now, by the way, buddy. Alright, a little bit above 200. We have an oven thermometer also, so that makes it a little bit easier instead of having to do all the guesswork. We need eggs. Everyone's favorite thing in the world when it comes to baking is making meringue. Don't quote me on this. For people who actually like to bake. Okay, I need more flour. Put a few away.
Don't do it.
Don't do what?
Cat.
Oh, I will not do the cat. So, as always with meringues, do not do meringues by hand, speaking from personal experience. I've done that once. I finished like 4 episodes of a series I was watching at that time, and I got, one of my arms got a workout that day. It was awful. It was terrible. Don't do it. Don't even think like, well, maybe I can really just get it going, try it out. It's like, no, don't try it. Just don't be dumb. Don't be me. Once again, don't be me. Don't be my failures, be my successes. That's actual advice. Don't be my failures, be my successes. And I wish to guide you that way. It's fine, I'm not trying to get, oh, actually got pretty cold, which is good. Cool. Alright, I need this. Need to set this back to here. How many do you want? Recipe, I think it was 3. Yeah, okay, 3. Yeah, because, oh boy. That's a That's a day-long project almost. Actually, let me use a smaller. That's great. Doesn't matter. All right. So, speaking of trying new things and learning new things live on stream, so I do have my methodologies of how I actually like to do egg white preparation. More and more, I'm watching cooking videos as of late, and everything's just like, hey, no, use your hand. And it's like, yeah, that makes sense. You're right. So, I'm gonna try using my hand this time. I don't have a water bottle, plastic water bottle. I use my normal method, and I really need to buy a few of those so I actually can do the water bottle method, which is you set the egg on a plate, you take a plastic water bottle, you squeeze it, you put it on top of the egg yolk, and then you just let it go. It sucks it right up, and you're left with egg whites. It's super easy. It's really good. I hope to show it off someday, but I don't buy bottles of water, so those in the kitchen are just as important as success. Exactly. Failures anywhere are just as important as the successes. Alright. Then you put it into your hand here. This is cold. I'm not eared out by how jelly it feels, but it's cold. I didn't realize eggs were this cold. Alright. Part 2. Oh. Scuffle, that looks way good. I like that emote, that's way good. I am such a fan of good emotes. I want more emotes. I gotta hit up Shemeskimo to continue the brand. Oh my days, this is cold. It's already like negative degrees outside. It actually looks pretty warm today. But it was -1 yesterday, and that was awful. I hate touching eggs, so I'll never make anything requiring eggs at all. Oh. Like, you wouldn't even like, okay, so you don't have to touch eggs, right? Like, okay, I'm trying to figure out how I want to word this. So like, if you were just do you make anything that just requires like cracking egg, put it in, call it a day? Is that fine? Or is it like, the very act of like ever touching like an egg, a shell, or anything like that is just too much? Like, where's the line for that? I'm out of curiosity. You don't have to answer if you're not comfortable answering, but just out of curiosity here. If you feel so inclined. You know, this actually works really well outside of the uncomfortable coldness that the egg has. But like I said, the actual egg itself doesn't ear me out too much. I don't mind touching it. Weird animal byproducts. That doesn't really bother me. Alright, actually I have a side towel for this exact situation. Alright, what are you looking at now, buddy? Oh, you're way below. That's fine. You'll just heat back up to 170. You should be good. Egg yolks can be saved for food later if you so choose. This recipe uses a lot of eggs because you actually serve the waffles with an egg on top. So, but you actually want the whole egg experience. So the thing is that if you want to do some really excellent work, you actually have to use even more eggs to serve on top of it. I will need to get more eggs actually because of that. Okay, Google. Put eggs on my shopping list.
Okay, I added eggs.
Also, thank you for actually listening to my instructions this time. I appreciate that. Except it stopped my music. Oh, there it goes. It was just mid-song. It was just bad timing. The higher the risk in touching the yolk / egg whites, the less likely I would make anything. Oh, no, that's fine. No. Like, part of the reason that my lady doesn't like cooking meat as much is because she has to touch it, and she does not like that. So, it's just easy to eat vegetables. Duh. Why would you not? Vegetables are good. Yeah, it's absolutely normal and fine. You know, there's definitely an era of food and food stuff where it's like, wow, you can't eat this thing, you're a fucking weirdo. But it's like, now that we actually realize in this day and age, through internet and other communicative means, it's like, you can be different and it's fine. Then it's like, cool, yeah, embrace that difference. And we'll figure out how to work together to make things otherwise. And is it just a matter of touching it, or do you actually not like eating it either? Andy, would you look? I have to see it. Pre-cracked egg saves time. Messy and finally. Finally. Oh my god. I enjoy. Just heat serve. Finally. The purpose of the packaging clearly is neither. It's finally. 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 It's got me. Finally, it's slaying me. Finally. Alright. Finally. You're in that same expertise field as Dubs when it comes to finding stuff on the internet. You find that he earnestly attempts at things.
Get down.
Alright. Alright.
Hello, I'm a cat, and I just keep getting on things I'm not supposed to, for attention. It's me. Hello everyone, I'm such a bad cat, and I just get held like this when I'm in trouble. And then I don't do anything because I know I'm in trouble. Isn't that right? She just allows this to happen when she's in trouble, because she knows she's in trouble, and she just does this, like, let me go. Let me go, you villain. She knows she's in trouble, and she just does this the whole time. And only for me. She tries to escape the mom, but she tries to escape the mom. That's half her punishment. The other half is I just move her from side to side, and I ask why to her very closely and intimately. Oh no, now you get too much attention. Yeah, exactly. Little idiot child. Alright. So, now that we have the egg whites, we are going to go ahead and mix them up with our whisk attachment. Because on this stream, we try to take things to the next level. We try to do things while living life on the edge. That is to say, we make whiskey maneuvers. So, this might get a little bit loud, just FYI. I'll try to speak over it, but otherwise, here we go. So we're basically going to go until we need soft peaks. We need soft peaks for this one, because we actually need to fold it in. And we're not making a true meringue, it's a soft one. You know, I'm out here bringing the zesty dipping sauce. I'm just trying to team up with you, my dude. Lip peaks. There you go, lip peaks. What's up, Jin-san? Thanks, Andy. It really helps out a lot when you're trying to communicate the best you can with me. Alright. So basically, whipping egg whites, just for those of you who do not know. What it does is it incorporates air into the egg white, it gets really poofy and fluffy, and to the point where it becomes very shiny and nice, and then it starts really forming up afterwards. Let's make sure there's nothing else I need to do before I move on with this. Yeah, okay. But as you can see, it takes a little while here. I'll move back a little bit anyway, so you can actually see the bowl as everything starts to really incorporate that air. But the fun part about it is if you ever need hard, stiff peaks for whatever you're making, it's always fun to hold it above your head just to make sure it doesn't pour out. It's always a nice little trick too, for people who are a little bit antsy about that sort of thing. I'm poofy, fluffy, shiny, and nice. You're hella nice, Tawny. And you're super rare. It's always rare to see you around when you're streaming, so you're definitely a shiny. You're definitely a shiny. You're hard to find. Oh, super cool and extra to make the egg version. Oh no. You get to watch people do it though. On the bright side, you get to watch people do it. If anyone's ever like, if anyone's like, hey, can you cook for me? It's like, yeah. Alright, he was like, 30 egg whites. Make meringue for me. I'll be over here having fun without you. Pre-support says, no, trust me, I've done it before, Jin-san. It sucks. Also, you feel uneven for the rest of the day. Also, I want to keep this to be around 2 hours, 2 to 3 hour stream, not 2 hours of me whisking a thing and then 2 hours of stream afterwards. Ooh, it's coming together. Got those edges. Push that air into it.
can do it whiskless. They can do it without whisks in themselves. I get ya. Raw finger dexterity. Like that scene from Yakapata Japan. Alright, we're almost there. Starting to fork pretty nicely. I think my last move into the fork. Did you know that Susie fucking died that day? Susie's dead, I can't believe it. I may have went a little too far, but that's fine. That's probably fine. It's actually a lot more stiff than I wanted, but whatever. Not a big deal. Maybe part of your FGC training regimen. Risky hands. I would not be part of the FGC anymore. That's like adding Smash Brothers Melee to your FGC training regimen. It's like, oh no, I'm just gonna have terrible carpal tone for the rest of my life. It was not fun. No, it's not. It is not fun. Alright, we beat the whites. Alright, in a large bowl. So I have that large bowl here. Or is it saying mix the wets? Oh, it wants me to mix the wets. Oh. Well, that's fine.
Cat.
Do we have any other? Wants me to add. I keep reversing it. It wants me to do dries to wet, wets to dry. Well, I can just. This should be fine, actually. Actually, this should be fine. Smooth and add the dry ingredients. I'll just add wet to dry. I don't think it matters all that much, really. But I do need another bowl. Let me go seek one out real quick. That should be fine. That should be... Actually... Thinking my options. Maybe I should just use a pot and just make life easy for myself. Just know that I have a big enough thing that I can mix everything in, so on and so forth. Let's not be bad about it. Let's just say, hey, this is what I'm using. Use what you got, whatever tools you got, make the best of it. That's my you-do of the day. Alright. So bring that sweet potato in there. Once again, it's taking all my willpower to not eat sweet potatoes. Just eat these out of the fucking jar. Sit here. Alright. It's all in here. Big chillaxin. Alright. And then we need the egg yolks that we separated earlier. That buttermilk. There's multiple ways to get buttermilk. You can buy it from the store, but you can also just take some actual milk, add a little bit of vinegar to it, and let it sit for like 10 minutes or so, and then you'll get pretty much the same thing, honestly. Cooking Mama GBB. Smash Brothers in an egg. I can't believe 77 Spicy Pros are in here talking about fighting game mixtures. It's crazy. Mama is a hard taskmaster, goddammit. I'm kind of surprised it's not competitive Cooking Mama. I put it into one of my mystery game tournaments once. It was definitely funny and really good. I enjoyed that a lot, but I would like to see like an actual like full-blown tournament of it. If Michigan Master still existed, it probably would actually run that, but unfortunately they have gone defunct of the last year, which understandable. I know it was a lot of stress on them. 1.5 cups can do. But yeah, I'm not sure, Scruffo, if that matters in any sort of way. Once again, I'm not much of a baker type, so a little knowledge like that doesn't really. I'm just gonna eyeball this. Doesn't really like live in my head rent free. There we are. And is it butter already? Actually, oh, I need butter for later. Oh, melted butter. All right, so be it. Okay. So wrong. I'm better at cooking. like to try when it matters to be like doing like a cake or something. Someone tell me I'm wrong. Why would I tell you you're wrong? I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're extremely right, and we don't understand the science behind cooking cake. Look, I learned a lot of my baking, quote unquote, that I don't actually use from Great British Baking Show. Look, I after watching so many seasons of it, I finally got to the point where like, oh, I recognize this thing they're doing wrong, and I was like, oh, I know this technique that they brought back from season 7 and stuff like that. Just general show lore has gotten me to the point where it's like, okay, I can understand certain aspects of baking here and there, but I'm not a baker, not even close. All right, I need butter. That's what I was going for. Butter quality doesn't truly matter, but we use Kerrygold butter. If you're ever curious to see it, like, we just like Kerrygold butter. It is what it is. One's upside down. There we go. I am unfortunately not sponsored by Kerrygold, but you know, if anyone from Kerrygold is watching this and you need a sponsorship, let me know. I will gladly do it. I'm going to assume, since this is a much easier recipe, that they want salted butter. So that is what I'm going to use for this. And then I'll put it in here. You probably need to butter them up first. I already did. For butter or worse. First baked corn, now baked butter. What will Rito not do? He will not do Raid Shadow Legends. Because they haven't contacted me yet. One day though, I will. Someone was doing Raid Shadow Legends this morning. I'm like, hey, good job. I'm proud of you. I can't remember who it was. Alright, how much butter are we doing here? 2 tablespoons? Okay, easy. I do like that. Let's see. It's 1, 2, it's about there-ish. Okay. Alright. Jeff Bezos. I don't like how I said that. I said like a rolling R on accident. Jeff Bezos. It's like, that's, he does not deserve a cool name like that. You know what? It'll actually butter never hurt anyone. Except for the people who hurt themselves by eating too much butter. Thankfully, I am not one of those people. For all the butter that we actually have in the refrigerator, I don't have much butter. Alright. Let that cook for like 15-ish seconds. It'll break down most of it. I stir the rest of it in to kind of cool down temperature a little bit so that it doesn't cook the eggs once it goes in. So I'm trying to find that happy zone. I should have done this a long time ago. I didn't. Stop! There you go. Good enough. I've not seen Raid Shadow Legends thing in so long. I'm always happy to see it's a nice chunk of money. Yeah, like, what the hell is their marketing budget? And I like how their marketing team is just like, alright, we just gotta find someone who has this much CPM. Cool, we found them. Alright, they will stream Raid Shadow Legends for a fat sum of money. It's like, how? Where? Where are you getting this money from? Is the marketing team, is this actually working? Is this actually working? Just letting big name people play as a meme? Like, they gotta know they're a meme by now, right? And that they're doing it semi-ironically and for the money. Like, they have to know, right? Maybe the game is actually that good. I don't know. If they give me money, I'll play the game contractually stipulated amount of time and money. Yes, but otherwise I will never play Raid Shadow Legends. I'm not curious enough to do that. Yeah, is it AFK Arena? AFK Arena. I've heard of that. I haven't played it before, so. But I have seen actual friends who have like, I trust your opinion for this sort of thing, but also, I'm not the kind of person who's AFK just enough to let something do work for me. It's like, if I have time to press a button, I want to go press a button, like in something else. I can't manage AFK games that well. There was one that, I think even Andy was, actually Andy, I think I got it from Andy. It was like the evolution game, where you like start from like mitochondria levels of like evolution, before you make like a whole civilization of whatever type of people you want. And like,
I remember to go back to that twice, and I think it's the coolest thing ever. I'm like, this is a great concept, and I really like it. I've gone back to it twice since like discovering it like 5 months ago. So I'm like, huh. That shows how attentive I am to these sort of things. Sweet potato waffles, hell yeah, Cisco. Hell to the yeah. The door will be open for you. Just drive safe throughout all the snow. How's it going, brother? Happy Sunday to you. Good to see you as always. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. I'm not much of a quote-unquote time waster type, I guess. Because I'm so continuously active, I think is kind of the issue. Whereas like, if I have time, I feel like I should be doing something. I'm a very busybody, I guess. And because of that, I can always find something to do. I can always find some sort of goal I want to reach, something I can make steps towards, something I want to do. I always have something I want to accomplish in my mind. And I'm just always thinking about that, nonstop. Like, what's something I can do better? So I guess I don't really have much time wasters in my life, and I probably should, so I can relax the brain for a little bit. But it's just, that's just how I am. I understand that's how I am, and it is what it is. It's not good or bad, it just is. Alright. Okay, now we whisk these. I have everything, right? Let's see. Kind of dust this off a little bit. Egg yolks, mashed sweet potato, buttermilk, melted butter, till smooth. Hell yeah. Alright, let's do it. But yeah, so it's the audience trying out the game. I gotta catch up also because I'm way behind. Because I was playing the game, even though it's a meme, it's a mobile game, decided to be addictive, so fair point actually. I guess it's one of those, the first hit is free, and once a few people in the audience get that first hit and they start spending money on it, it's like, cool, we earned all of our money back from like, you know, the power users almost in that regard, so that makes sense. Make sure the Twitter post evolves. Yo, what's up, X-Mitsu? Damn, that, speaking of people I haven't seen in a long ass time, that is one of them. One of like my OG friends in the FGC. You love to see it. Oh yeah, I will definitely post. Actually, I didn't even post the chicken katsu from last night. Oh well. I just didn't. I just forgot to. I will definitely post the waffles when I'm done though. But how's it going? Happy Sunday to you. That's what people who know Mafia City because they're stupid ads. Yeah. Okay, fair point. It's like if we just make really bad ads, people will just share them naturally for free. And Ray Shadow is in there like, shit! We've been spending money this whole time. Killer Sense of J.Vu, the strongest ever been. I've had a few of those as late, Scruffo, actually. It's kind of interesting because I'm just like, I've had this exact same conversation before, and I've had the thought process that I've had this exact same conversation before, and thinking that I've had it before, trying to remember that I've had it before. And then because I keep looping back into, well then that time I felt like this, and then I keep looping deeper, it's like, oh god, it's not stopping. Oh god, I thought about that not stopping last time. It's, Deja Vu has gotten, when I have Deja Vu as of late, I feel like it's gotten really, really bad. Or good, or maybe I'm just prophetic, I don't know. It is how the Mafia works. Mariah, man. Oh, it's so good. Ring playing TIS 100. It's my favorite pastime. What is playing TIS 100? I actually know what that is. But my brain turned off is playing video games, but then I play games about numbers, so my brain's still going. Right, the thing is about video games is it's been equated so much as a passive activity, but it's like, no, video games are not a passive activity. It's one step to play a lot of games in general, like that's already brain activation there, but additionally, if you're trying to learn or do anything in a video game that's new to you, there's an extra step of that. If you're trying to do mastery, there's an extra step to that. And that's part of the reason why my brain never really rests, because of the whole FGC side of things. It's like, okay, I can spend like 20 minutes in training mode trying to learn this thing, and trying to master this thing, trying to understand this concept, so on and so forth. And so with all of that, it's just a lot of like, okay, my brain's always consistently going, trying to think of the next thing. Just a very busy, busy brain. Special. So it's like, with that regard, it's just like, yeah, I just have a busy brain. Like, even playing video games is not exactly relaxing generally. I don't play enough relaxing games. And since I have such a mindset that wants to learn and master things every time I touch something, I have a hard time just really just saying, all right, yeah, I'm going to just enjoy this game. I don't need it to be the best at it or fully complete it. I can just play it. And I have very, very few games that fall in that wheelhouse. And when it falls under that wheelhouse, usually it's hard to access. Like Final Fantasy VII Remake, for example. I'm still not done with that. I'm really close to the end. It's just I'm not done with it. Just because it's really hard for me to break away from everything, go to another TV, and sit down and play. And it's hard for me to relax. I realize that. And it's fine. Once again, like I said, it isn't here or there, it just is. Alright. Oh, you want me to add the dry ingredients. Right. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Dry ingredients first. Once again, don't think it matters, but we're going to add wet to dry. You know what, let's get a spoon. Let's actually use a spoon. A proper spoon. Alright. So, just to show it going in there. As long as it all mixes, it's probably fine. I'm going with that school of mindset right now. Otherwise, I figure it would be like a giant warning to say you have to do it this way, otherwise your waffles will actually turn into a bomb. In which case, you know, we're spending way too much money on bombs, government. Just make some freaking waffles and add the wet to dry. And then give the rest of the money to the people who need it. Give us our checks. Alright. Alright, so we just stir until blended, then we'll fold in the egg whites. And the big list of numbers. You need to output them here correctly, consistently, and the least amount of steps. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a brain teaser type. I like those games though, they're really good. Also, while I'm stirring, I'll just catch up here. Oh boy, assembly. I haven't done that in a while. Oh, Winters is a Zachtronics game where you solve math problems with assembly code. Wow. Whoa. Okay. See, once again, we've also gamified certain things too, where like it's just to the point where it's like, yeah, here's this scientific concept or this programming concept. Now it's just a video game. Because isn't there like, weren't people who were like assembling like protease like together, like in different ways, like actually figure out like a solution to like something that scientists have not figured out for like hundreds of years, and like figure out how to cure like a specific disease or something like that, or got like major steps ahead and like figuring out how to cure a specific disease. It was something like that. I have to find the story again. Most games for a month before I stop. They apply pressure every day, makes me resent them, and so I stop. Oh no, that's actually good. That you get out of the business in that way, imprisonment. It's actually really, really good. So you don't actually stay stuck in. Whereas for me, I don't think I resent them trying to keep me in. And it's like, if I enjoy it, I'll play it. I don't care if we're spending money on it if I'm enjoying it. But the problem is, I just, once again, I forget that I'm doing something with this game, and I just never return to it. And they're like, hey, you should come back. And I'm like, I should, you're right. I really enjoyed that game. I never come back. I just forget. Alright, so that's nicely mixed. We've got a nice little batter going on here. Next step will be folding in the egg whites for real this time. I'll move these aside. Here, actually. Alright. ML Theater Days, which is 4 years? Dang. Yeah, I guess I'm always wondering, I'm always curious about the longevity of those kind of cell phone games and whatnot. It's like, okay, what actually lasts for a length of time and what doesn't? Because very few cell phone games I hear last for a long, long time. And then the thing is, the games that last for a very, very long time, because they're really good at keeping a casual audience, gets horribly resented by the unquote, I hate that I'm saying this, real gamers, self-proclaimed real gamers. They're like, well, why don't you play a real game? Because they're enjoying their game. What more do you need? Why are you playing such a try-hard game? Well, that's not try-hard. Alright, here we go. You can all see it, right? Yeah, okay. Good. I mean, all the odds have to go like this down the screen, but you can see it. Alright, now we're going to fold this in so I can get something a little bit softer to work with. Yep, that's sliding right out. That was so nice and smooth. It's just wearing a hat now. That's why I was like, yeah, that's definitely too stiff. But there we go. He's kind of poke at it and have some fun with it. All right, I'm gonna fold this in now. There we go. Just nice. The Cinderella Girls game still going? Oh, that is a cell phone game. You're right. Just because I just don't know much about whatchamacallit. What's what I'm looking for? Not gotcha games. Idols. Idols. Yeah, I just don't know much about idols, but no, that is a really good example. Idols are freaking huge in the cell phone game department, it feels like, so. And yeah, that's a good point, Andy. Oh, Fire Emblem Hero is a cell phone game? I thought it was just like a recently released Fire Emblem game. I was like, cool, people are enjoying this. That's great. I just thought it was something like, you know, Pokemon Cafe or whatever that was. I was like, yeah, that's really good. I enjoyed that game. Once again, I forgot to go back to it, but I'm like, I enjoy it. It's great. Yo, what's up, Zero XMK? Your second burst of MK in the chat over 24 hours. But you're actually like, well, I guess the other one was Cyborg. So I guess you're still both robots. Never seen you both in the same room at the same time. But yes, jokes aside, sweet potato waffles, heck yeah. They're really good. Just the right amount of sweet and savory. And a lot of the sweetness comes from more latent things like the sweet potatoes themselves, for example. And it just makes it really good. And you get a lot out of like one sweet potato. You can see like this giant bowl of just like stuff. That is like, bro, I have to make a bunch of waffles and save them over the next like 4 days, which is fine. I will gladly eat sweet potato waffles for 4 days. The only part that has to really be made fresh is the egg that you top it with. Alright, so I'm not getting this middle part in here. There we go. Demographics markers created in the 90s. Real gamers, yeah. The core gamers, the real gamers, and they took that to heart. They're like, yeah, I am a real gamer. I play real games. Gamers are a shit. It's a hard dichotomy nowadays to say, you know, I enjoy video games. I would not consider myself a gamer. But you play in tournaments, yes. I do not consider myself a gamer. Because of all the terrible things that conveys and that I don't agree with. It's like, imagine letting a person enjoy a video game. Apparently that's not a part of being a real gamer. Imagine complaining that a game has an easy mode. And then complaining that fighting games are too hard in the same breath. Which, you know, that part's true. Fighting games are fucking hard. Fighting games are hard as shit. As someone who is decent at them, fighting games are hard as shit, and anyone who can do anything in fighting games is a fucking winner in my book. Oh, you want to grab from the middle. Just want to get that last bit of meringue in there, fold it in. It is just escaping me. Alright, like a little bit more to the side so I can actually fold it in properly. There we go. Alright. Not the greatest at folding stuff in, but there we are. Top there. It is a really charged term right now for sure. You're having fun. What a noob. Yeah, how dare you enjoy video games? It's like, but video games are games, and thus they are fun. And it's like, nah. How dare you? Watch the kid fall. Fall monkey bars. I got mixed. And they're like, yeah, you should have blocked. No, you should have knew that was coming. So I'm losing. Sad. No, you're winning. You're winning something, probably. You're winning in the fitness department. There we go. Games, that should be illegal. Anyone misses that should have just blocked. You're gonna learn today. Andy would be the kind of person who'd say that, actually. Alright, next up is scallions. Yes. Wherever I put those things. There we are.
Just a second here. There we go. The more I think about Andy saying you're gonna learn today, the funnier it actually gets in my head. Because it's not like I feel like Andy is one of the more nice people that I kind of know through the internet. Just like the general demeanor of Andy is just very like calm, kind of like it's soothing actually. It's soothing to listen to Andy. You know what? It is soothing to actually listen to Andy stream. I really love Andy streaming because the way Andy talks about anything is just extraordinarily like calm and soothing. The words don't match, but the way he talks about things is just like super calm and nice. Watching him off-road himself 3 times in a row on Super FX Racer, the words weren't there, but the lack of energy, the right amount of energy, the zen energy, there we go, the zen of energy for falling off the road 3 times and getting instant game over was a lot different than what was actually said. Doesn't feel like when I see you busting the seals on the shirt, you just gotta get smaller shirts, Cisco. That's the secret. Actually, I want to wash this off a little bit before I go in with it. But we're working on completely different things, Cisco. You're working on like true peak fitness, and I'm working on aesthetic. But honestly, if you got smaller shirts, smaller clothes, and more well-fitted clothes, you would be busting at the seams too. Quite honestly. I think that's just the one thing that a lot of fitness folks are missing out on. Actually having clothes that snug really tightly to them. And I mean, I think in fashion in general currently is really leaning towards that right now. And almost irregardless of any sort of body type, it's still leaning heavily towards that. And he does have a good radio voice. He absolutely does. I have not truly raised my voice in 15 years. That's my goal. I'm gonna make Andy raise his voice. Alright. And you just kind of chop in. I'm the type of person who does use the greens of the scallions, of green onions. But otherwise, I'm not going to do anything too fancy. Just takes a pair of scissors and just cut it in. It's not that big of a deal. So like I said, it's kind of like the perfect mix between like savory and sweet, and like everything works together very well with like a lot of natural sweetness. So like roasting the sweet potato, that brought all the sweetness out in that. Onions are a little bit naturally sweet. They don't have to be cooked for too long. So that's always really good. There, that should be more than enough actually. And I'll save those for a little bit later. All right. And then, let's see, so put some in there. Anything else I need to add before I start doing it? Just black, white, stirring scallions, yep. All right, cool. And then we'll be ready to make waffles after this point. Yeah, the tech. It's like, look, what's the point, I feel like, of getting to a point where you're very happy with your body and then hiding it under a bunch of like jackets and oversized shirts? That's just a personal stance of mine. Like, whoa. It's like, if you're gonna work hard, then you're gonna hide all your hard work. I mean, you can be intrinsically happy with that, and that's fine and everything like that, but I do have a friend, a very good friend, who works out, and like, every time I like give him a hug at events, I'm like, holy shit, like, your chest is like out to here. I can feel it. But you can't see it because this dude is addicted to sweatshirts. But all in the same call, he's just like, I'm not hot enough yet to be dated. It's like, because you hide in like trash bags of shirts. If you show off your body more often, like people will be all over you. In fact, he did mention one time he was on Instagram and he posted like an actual like him being sleeveless picture, and like one of like an old friend of his who was like deeply into fitness and like pole dancing fitness too. So you know she's definitely got like the nice core and everything like that. She was in town and wanted to hit him up. And it's like, see? You're hiding your hard efforts. No one knows you work as hard as you do because you hide all of it. And yes, you don't always have to be respected for the work you do if you want it to be kind of hidden behind the scenes, but you know, I think a little appreciation goes a long way. And people also appreciating what you do and then coming to you as an expert for your knowledge and everything that you do. And just in general, being down with what you're doing. And it's like, that goes really far. People should be respected for their hard work, as long as their hard work is valuable to themselves or others. Alright. Cool. that in, bring the bacon back. All right, so this is at the point here where we want to start using the waffle iron. I'm gonna try something, oh, actually, I'm gonna first, oops, that's the wrong one. Sorry, waffle iron, I got schmixed. It was a 50-50 and I lost. All right, I'm gonna put that in there. I'm gonna move you to the side here real quick, just to get you out of the heated zone. Move this to a little bit more here. I had an insane idea, and you all get to watch it happen. So, you can see probably a little bit to the side here. I have these nice spray cans and whatnot. But what if I just use the bacon grease instead and just brush it on there instead and use a little bit more bacon grease? You know, we earned it. We earned this bacon grease. We earned it by doing technically nothing. So, let's go and use that, actually. People like to get attention from other people. Yeah. Whoa, crazy. And you know, I do have friends I'm like, I really want to push them to like say, hey, you're doing something really awesome. Like, it may, on like the grandest of schemes of things, it may not seem that impressive. Yeah, you're really good at this very specific, kind of somewhat niche game, but you're extremely good about it, you're extremely passionate about it, and passion is really, really cool actually, because it shows that you are actively putting time into something that is important to you. And that shows that you do have something important to you, and that you can get to a point of some level of mastery. Don't sell yourself short. Mastery is really fucking cool. It really goes freaking far, honestly. You should be able to enjoy that. Both enjoy it and share it with other people, because, you know, other people will also enjoy that you're good at something and you're really passionate about something, and especially if it doesn't just like completely eat away at your life. All right, there's the cup here. Would it be a possibility? Oh, it totally would be a possibility. It would totally be a possibility to do that. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. A little bit out this. Let me make sure I'm not missing any last steps before I put this in here, because you can't reverse at this point, obviously. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We're good. All right. Turn it onto waffle iron. Let it cook. Enough to fill the mold. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Just making sure it's like, hey, wait, you need to add this last thing? Oh no! All right. So we'll just add it in here. A good amount. I'm going to kind of spread it out a little bit here and there. Probably easier to use a spoon, yes, but watch as I don't do that. You can't make me, because I'm at least 6 feet away from all of you, because I'm doing good things, doing the right things. All right, there we go. Look at that. Look at that waffle action. There's no waffling decisions right here. All right, then you take a few pieces of bacon, just pop it in there. They use a lot bigger pieces. I choose not to. I like kind of smaller bites and bits of bacon through my waffle. There we are. And we're going in. It'll probably spill a little bit on the side, but no big deal. It's waffles. It's not a clean process. It's there we go. There we go. TK waffle maker. Yo, the tiger knee waffle maker. Let me just jump for a bit and then ha-ha, and then get back down. Yeah, that's starting to zip out the side. The right side. The left side did perfectly fine. The right side's getting a little bit sloppy. I'm gonna try to catch it. Try to be ready to catch it. That or the paper towel will ignite on fire. Either way, it's gonna be very exciting. Bacon on the waffle, but yeah, it would have been completely possible. Grandpa used to cook the bacon in the waffle batter in the waffle iron, so you had bacon in the middle of your waffle. Oh yeah. That definitely would have worked to a degree. The thing about, at least my experience with waffle makers, is that they don't cook hard enough or high enough. You can probably have finished some bacon a little bit and kind of get it halfway there, but I found that
you're kind of lacking a little bit in that full cookability, especially with how crispy I like my bacon. It lacks a little bit of that for me, but that's still a great genius idea. That's a grandpa thing to do. Bacon just did a V-slash. I, once again, need to catch up on One Piece one of these years. It's been years at this point. It's been like 5 years since I've read One Piece. And I'm just like, one day I'll catch up. I did catch up at one point, actually, I think, between these 5 years. And then I stopped again. It's very similar to like AFK games and cell phone games. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just not thinking. If I stop thinking about it, it's gone. It basically might as well not exist. Even though once a week, everyone's talking about One Piece. You see the last places? Oh yeah. No problem. That's super easy, honestly. It's just basically a Nujabes semi-complete compilation. So it's super easy. I can send that your way. Actually, I can just go to my other computer real quick. Give me like a minute. I got you, fam. You're good to go. Oh my god, can you actually hear the cat zesty dipping sauce? Can you actually hear that? It's weird, because I overfilled on the right side, but I didn't overfill on the left side. Left side's perfectly fine. Right side, I overfilled. Which, nah. It's a waffle iron. You're taking material and you're squishing it down. You can't always guess how much is going to be in there. Not that big of a deal. Why does this dude have biceps like Hulk Hogan? Thankfully I don't have Hulk Hogan biceps. There's literally stories of the dude not being able to feed himself because his biceps were too big. Yo, what's up, B-Todd? Happy Sunday to you. You and your lady at the same time, because I know she's over there. Say hi to Maddie for me. How the hell are ya? But yeah, there you go, Defcon Known. You should have that your way. But yeah, I'm always attuned to listen to different cats. Like, somewhere in the world there's a cat. Zesty dipping sauce is there. You know, I respect that. Yeah, the cat's meowing because she's locked out of the bathroom. You know, as cats do. You lock the door, how dare you? I'm going to protest this until the day I die. Which will be today, because I'm upset that I'm outside this door. Hell yeah. So you might be able to see it. I can't see if you see it on the stream or not, but you can see it. I'm kind of doing a little bit more steaming rather than like more frying, just because, you know, it's a very water-heavy vegetable. So a lot of that water is kind of getting knocked out here until it really starts to crisp up with the flour and the cornstarch that's in there, cornmeal that's in there. So it'll take a little bit of a while, but once it's ready to go. Yeah, you can't see it, but there's like condensation all over this thing here. But that's how it works. Doing good, big. Ooh, yo, lobster tail. That sounds so good. The virtual house tour for the dog that we're getting. Oh, you can do a virtual house tour for a dog. How does that work? I'm like they just put VR goggles on the dog and you say, "All right, here you go, pupper." But no, good stuff. That's great. You know, I'm kind of surprised you didn't have a dog already. I feel like that would have been, you would have been one of the first people to be like, all right, I'm locked inside. I'm getting a dog. Fuck it. Yo, send pictures of the pupper when you get the opportunity. I have to see that. I have to see the good dog. Okay, just checking. We're getting there. One side's pretty brown. The other ones are still a little bit on the less brown side. But we want to make sure that the waffle iron is doing its job and recognizing when it's done. If I remember correctly, it goes a little bit under, actually, when it says it's ready on the light. But just want to make sure of that as I keep cooking this. You have banned her from bacon and eggs. I have not banned her from anything. I've only banned her from the bathroom that she does not use at all. Like, there's zero stuff in there for her. Her food's outside, her litter box is outside, her toys are outside. The only thing that she really likes in the bathroom is the sink and the bathtub. And she doesn't like it that much. She only likes it when we're in there. So foster requires... Oh, okay, so they're seeing the house, not the dog. Okay, I'm like... Just put some goggles on the dog and there it goes.
puppy environment. But yeah, then we go to, oh, you go to New Mexico to pick her up. Gotcha. A form of German Shepherd that were named, of course you are. No, it's a good name though. Jokes aside, it's a really good name. I shouldn't be eating that. That's still raw. But I'm happy, so that's all that matters. He died as he lived, snacking on eggs. But no, that's awesome. Yeah, my lady's dad had a really bad, well, not a run-in, more like a run-out, but his dog was really old, ended up having to put her down, and he decided he did want a new dog. Great, 10 out of 10, great decision making. Got the new dog, went to the shelter, saw a dog that he felt like he bonded with. Brought the dog home, and was gonna like open the door, put the leash on her, and like let her out, and then bring her to the home. He went around, he opened the door, that dog just went out, gone, peace, went to wilderness, lives up in the mountains. That dog is gone. That dog is just gone. Can't chase after it, just way too fast, and just left. And basically just started hiring like folks to help track down the dog, see if they can help trap the dog and recapture her. And it had been like a month since they had anyone last seen the dog. But then finally, like one of the cameras caught the dog like eating a little bit of snacks outside like an area. So they actually set up a trap with more snacks and everything like that. Dog came back, got into the trap, and they were able to capture the dog and brought it right back to the center. It's like, yeah, I can't deal with that stress. I'm an older dude. I can't do this. Not again. Not gonna risk that again. So brought it back to the shelter, and the dog did. They did like a little news story for the small town they're in the mountains, and the dog's getting adopted like right away. So that was no problem. That said, he's going to look at a cat in, ironically, Arizona, who has one eye and looks really, really handsome. Really, really good looking cat. So he's planning to go down that way and pick up the cat at some point. And we'll have a cat, a one-eyed cat. Probably gonna have some sort of punny pirate name, too. Oh gosh, so you're all gonna be trading places. So there's probably gonna be someone from New Mexico coming up to Colorado. Everyone's gonna be around everywhere, picking up animals, which is very good. That's the content I like to see in my life. But like I said, when you get a chance, take bunches of pictures, lots of pictures. Send it my way. I want to see the doggo. All right, get a little bit more race on here. But yeah, you can see that we made a ton of waffles like this first go. Like here's like a plate size of 4 waffles. Can split them up and all that sort of stuff, and probably will, but for now, it's just 4 waffles. All right, let's move this out a little bit here. Schmovement's always good when you're playing games. If you have good schmovement, you can't be stopped. That's why melee players are really good at execution. But a lot of melee players are also terrible at footsies and fundamentals. not even melee players, Smash players. So like, look, as a very, very, very part-time Smash player, I win a lot of matches, a lot more matches than I should be at any given time. Alright, try to push just a little bit more to the left this time, just to make sure. Grab a little bit more. Actually, you know what? Even if it overflows, I'm just gonna put all of it in, actually. Because there's not enough left to make like even one waffle at this point. So I'll just over make all these waffles instead. There we go. A little bit out there, get a little bit out there, get a little bit out there, get a little bit out there. And just a smidge. There we go. And add the last bits of bacon in there. Resist the urge to eat the bacon. Just as much as I can. You know, I'm only human. I can only resist bacon for so much, says the guy who spent the first half of the stream talking about how much he doesn't even think about bacon. This one's gonna be really bacon filled actually, because I took a bite of that other piece of bacon. Alright, here we go. Now, lock it. Give us some time to do its thing. Should be good. Alright. Now I'll wash my hands and I'll catch up on chat here in a second because my chat stopped scrolling. This computer's really good about doing that for some reason. Actually, I'll just put this in honestly. I don't need anymore. Hell yeah. There we go. German numbers are good as dogs. Oh, hell yeah. So good. Yo, what's up, Atomic Collider? Happy Sunday to you. How's it going, friendo? How you doing? The German shirt that I had back in high school. Yeah. One ever since, but finally have the house for it. Yes. By the way, congratulations on that. I don't think I've actually got to say that to you yet. Congratulations on the new place. Maddie wanted to adopt. I want a German Shepherd. The German Shepherd came through the shelter. Her mom wanted to. So that's why you're going back to New Mexico. Gotcha. You wanted to process ever since? That's amazing. That's so good. And thoughts on Strive. Give me a second to catch up on chat first, because that's going to be a lot of thoughts, but I want to make sure I'm very cohesive about it. I volunteered to show for a little bit, and one day someone brought in a blind dog they found wandering the streets. It was obviously someone's pet. A few hours later, the guy came in, hoping his dog had been brought in. It was a blind dog. Oh. This is the Sunday goodness. This is where the true love comes from. Good stories like this. Oh my days, hell yes. I only was at work. Gotcha. God, I'm blind too? That's terrifying, actually. That's very, very terrifying. Okay, cool. This is going. We're good on that. Hold on a second. Oh, that's good. Alright. Now, there's going to be one more step to this. Gonna heat this back up. So, Strive. My thoughts on Strive. So, alright. I like the idea of Strive a lot. I really, really am excited about the game. The thing about the game that I will not defend is that if you're a fan of older Guilty Gears, it's not going to hit that same scratch that you're so used to hitting. It's not intended to be very complicated, colluded, or anything like that. It's not meant to have a bunch of tools at any given time. It will still have a lot of tools, and probably more than like most any fighting game out there currently, but it will still really simplify those tools a lot. And I think that's fine. I think it'll be a very good standalone game that'll be extraordinarily enjoyable and should last a little bit of a while. I think some of the core fan base will be turned off of it. Absolutely. I think that'll be true. But I think it's going to be legitimately a good, fun game, and I'm super excited for everything I'm seeing in it. The system seems really interesting. The gameplay seems really fun. It's a unique system too that no other game really mimics in the same way. And, you know, I know people aren't happy about the UI. I think the UI is really, or I should say not the UI, but like, I guess the heads-up display aspects, where it's like counter and the beats get really big, that can be very intrusive, but I think games are trying to figure out ways to really make themselves more... Fighting games are trying to find more ways to make themselves more obvious to a general and bigger audience. Games have not, and they have not figured out how to do this yet, but I think there's been a lot of experimentation in this last round of games. Strive really focusing on like, okay, you got hit, this is a counter hit. This is gonna do a lot of damage once we all get used to like the combo system and whatnot. There's gonna be a lot of damage. Expect something big after counter hit, and this is why counter hitting is important in fighting games. Like, it's gonna really point out, this is why counter hits are important, and really do a good job of that. But for other examples in this current era of game, in Street Fighter V started off with like certain moves, like having a hit stun and a hit stop, like if it was blocked. So it's like, okay, like kick someone and they blocked it, the character goes like, oh, and like they kind of that like stumble, like I can't move any further. And it's like, okay, here's a very obvious, you did this move, you can't move any further, you're going to get punished because you can see that they're reeling back in the inability to remove themselves from their attack. They started with that, they took it away. It seems like Dan has a move with this now, and like most characters don't have moves like that anymore. They work like normal fighting game moves where it's like, yeah, if you do a sweep, oh, they blocked it, but you know, you're still going like, woo! And it's like, okay, that's not how a sweep would actually ever affect anyone. If they block it, you're not going past their leg. But they went back to that a lot when they've been producing these characters in Street Fighter V. So Dan has a move like that now, who's like, okay, I missed my move, I swung all the way, and I kind of do this dizzy little move thing. That looks really good. And then it's like, if it gets blocked, he gets that little stumble. So it's like, okay, there's that kind of way to make it more accessible to a general audience. Another example is like slowdowns like Guilty Gear and Tekken, where it's like, here's like kind of that last move, but because it slows down so much, you're seeing how these moves interact. It's preparing your eyes to watch these moves interact.
and that looks really good for more of a general audience, and it makes it very key high points available to the general audience. So I think Stride is trying to really reach to that very general audience point. Will it be successful or not? I don't know, but I think it will ultimately still be a very good game with some really well understood and some very misunderstood elements to it, whereas like where they were trying to reach into their accessibility for making just the average person be able to watch the game and really understand it. So, hi. So I'm excited for Stride. I think it'll be a very good game. I think it will not hit the itch for a lot of people. I don't know what it's going to be like in the long run, but I'm personally super excited for it. And also, Denver's in the game, so Denver, Colorado has made it into another fighting game. So, hell yeah, that makes me happy too. I've come to take all your food, Gibbs. You don't have to take my food. You're always welcome. Look, I like you, buddy. I'll tell you a secret. I like you a lot. You don't have to take it. I'll just give you food. I'll give you food until you say stop, and then I'll give you a little baggie to take home so you can have more food later. What's up, Gibbs? How's it going? Like the HED right where it is right now. I think burst and risk could be a bit bigger. Yeah. The thing is, those are important aspects of the game, and they're not pushing it nearly as hard as they should be. Like, I think they need to put a little bit more front and center of like, when is this option available? They did a great job with that in Rev, actually. Where it's like, okay, if you blue burst and you hit the burst, you see those orbs go back to the burst gauge. And it's really showing that because you landed this burst, you're getting some juice back. It's really good at pointing it out. It's like, hey, your eyes track to this thing because of the movement. It did a really, really, really good job of that. And I don't know if they have any effects like that in Stride yet, but like the risk gauge, for how important the risk gauge is in this game, especially Stride. Risk gauge is important in Guilty Gear, but how important it is in Stride, they're not pushing enough towards that either. Everything feels like it's a little bit of a step back, but I think they're trying to concentrate certain things here and there. I'll see how it feels in context, you know. When I'm on the outside as a commentator or a viewer, I can judge all the things I want. But maybe I'll get in the game and I'll realize, like, in the long run, that my eyes actually do track to certain areas. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize my eyes track to this area, and now I can have all the important information where I'm actually looking. We'll see. But ultimately, I think it's going to be a good game. There we go. I'm just going to grab it. Screw it. Alright, so there's a shit ton of waffles. Which, good thing. I guess Cat did not want to be picked up. Alright, so there's one final thing we're going to do here. Is that warm yet? Not quite yet. So, with these waffles, you top it with an egg on top of it to really kind of finish off getting that like little savory mix with everything else. So, gonna fry up a few eggs real quick with some of the remaining baking fat that we have in there. But yeah, beta's really soon. I'm super excited about that. Pre-ordered my game, so I will be playing that. I will be very likely streaming that too. I have to move the PS4 back into my office, but no big deal. But working on stream stuff, hell yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing your Strive stuff coming out, Gibbs, and that's looking really, really good, by the way. I will definitely have to take a fast one. I will have to pay you for a fast one at some point. I'm going to make sure I use my right words here, because you deserve to get paid for your hard work. Did I put the eggs away? Oh, no, I didn't. Never mind. Eggs are here. Without hopefully dropping them. Okay, that's actually cooled down now. That should be fine, actually. I was going to put these in the oven and keep them warm, but I should have enough. I should be fine. Realize this egg is cracked. Time to pull it out. The answer is no. Okay. Also, just as... Oh gosh, there's stuff in there. Also, as a thing that I personally do, whenever I'm frying eggs, I bleed a little bit of salt. I actually salt my pan. I just salt my pan. I don't need too much salt for this one, just because, you know, bacon fat and everything like that, but a little bit of salt goes a very, very long way. Burst back! Oh gosh. Understand at this point, could you illustrate with some blueberries before they go on the waffles? I could, but also, I could also say, hi, Teason, how's it going? Happy Sunday, instead. Yeah, New Strive stuff is definitely popular because Strive is also, on top of everything else, a gorgeous game. I mean, that's one thing that Arxis put a lot of money and research into, making a very visually gorgeous game, and that's paid off in dividends. Like, to be able to overtake Capcom in being kind of the go-to people to make licensed games is huge. Like, all the licensed games used to be Capcom. You had your JoJo's, you had your, what's the other one I was thinking of the other day, and I can't remember it now that I'm saying it out loud. It'll come back to me in like 5 minutes, I'm sure. But, you know, oh, Fate Stay Night. They also did the Fate Stay Night fighting game, and it's like, now it's like, oh yeah, now Arxis is getting all the licensed games with DFO, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Grand Blue Fantasy. It's been a huge shift. That paid off dividends for them. And so I'm very curious to see how things work out for them going forward. Alright. It's a little bit hot because it's bacon fat, and I forgot bacon fat's a little bit higher, but should be fine. Make 3 eggs, so I'll probably have quite a few. I should say quite a few. I'm gonna have 2, and then my lady will probably have like part of 1 because she's not a huge fan of eggs. And I'm just gonna cook them all in kind of like one huge vat, essentially. Oh god, all 3 of these are like stuck. One of these eggs cracked apparently, now all 3 of these eggs are stuck. That sucks. That sucks. It's gonna add 1 more, but oh well. Never mind on that. Salting for taste, does that ease the process? No, just salting for taste. It's kind of in the same realm of like, you're toasting your spices. Ish. Ish. It really doesn't matter. Just a slightly roasted salt, essentially, is the thing. Really, it really doesn't matter. I just salt the pan because that's just what I do. So right now it's about flashing it. Yeah, that is kind of one of those worried UI things. It's like, I definitely can see a lot of kind of that misdirected UI outside looking in while I'm not playing the game, but maybe I'll play the game and I won't think it's as bad as it is. Maybe we'll start playing the game and we figure out it's a lot worse than we thought it was because, you know, flashing lights has been a very recent, huge issue when it comes to playing games with Cyberpunk and having a lot of those flashing lights that can possibly cause epilepsy and seizures. So it's now kind of like on the forefront again, and I hope that they took some sort of note on that, if so. But a lot of the visual elements are a lot. I think personally, I like counter. I like the counter visual effect. I think it does a really good job pointing it out and giving the viewer time to acknowledge what just happened there. And for more beginner players, it makes them feel really good about, oh, I got this counter hit. Here's how I'm gonna play around it. Here's my biggest, it gives me time as a beginner player to say, here's what I'm gonna think of to do in turn for this. Because I think there's a lot of times it's like, yeah, you did a counter hit, and it's a counter hit only combo, but you don't have the time to think about it because you're like, oh, I hit that counter, but by the time I recognize I hit that counter, I'm doing my normal combo already. So it becomes a much higher skill set than it needs to be to start using it because you have to know the game in and out to know that a counter hit situation is a possibility here and you need to be looking out for that more than anything else. Versus a normal hit versus a blocked hit versus an absolute whip. Now you're throwing one more thing into the mix. That's 4 things you have to look out for in any given situation. So I think that will actually be overall a better thing. Alright, I'm going to put that top on there. I'm going to turn it down for a bit. The bombs are definitely nice and done. I should have done it a little bit earlier, quite honestly. Sorry, am I cooking the dumbass way of learning entire dishes before basic things? No. There's no wrong way to learn cooking, quite honestly, at TDCM. It really is just a matter of how do you learn and is it enough to keep you going? It doesn't matter how you learn something as long as you keep learning. That's the thing. Look, there's been people who got into fighting games because they thought character was really, really pretty or really, really handsome, and they stuck with it because of that. They started there and then just went, they skyrocketed. Like now, some of the best players out there who just started from very simple stuff. As long as you start, that's all that matters. Look, when I started really learning how to cook, I had zero knife skills. Absolutely zero knife skills. I had dangerous knife skills. I had negative knife skills. I've definitely caught myself a few times, and I just eventually just had to say, I have to learn how to use life skills, otherwise I'm not going to have enough fingers to continue cooking. Alright. Actually, I might want to slightly manipulate it, quite honestly. Very crispy bottom. Oh god, it's stuck. Well, rip that egg. But it'll be a great example of showing what the inside of the egg should look like after that. I'm not going to pour all that out, but whatever. I just had to get that egg out. So you can kind of see on that front egg what the inside of the egg is supposed to look like. Had that nice little river of juice coming out of it. The outsides are really, really well done. And that nice little center where it's very, very gooey and has that nice little drip on it. So the idea is that it will drain over the eggs once you cut it on top of it. So, there we go. Yo, what's up, Kim Finette? How's it going? Lovesick Part 3. This is Part 3. That said, all 6 parts are absolute bangers, and you should listen to all of the Lovesick trilogy. Sextology? I mean, it is very sex, so. I thought you were a Zubaz for a second. I wish I had a Zubaz shirt, The Dream. Oh my gosh. That would be amazing if I had a Baz shirt. I'm sure they exist. They took on the Baz and they've been shilling him everywhere. So a Zubaz shirt's gotta exist somewhere. Unfortunately, I have not found one yet. Take up skateboard with someone? Oh shit, yeah. No. Hell yeah. And that is going. And yeah, you don't have much else going on, you might as well, right? If you hurt yourself, it's like, cool, well, I have to spend time at home. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah, I still look up videos, I still follow instructions, I still search up stuff all the time. Like, you don't have to be, the thing about cooking is like, it's not important that you're a wealth of information necessarily. It's important that you understand a lot of the concepts and then you go back and you work with them with other knowledge and concepts that is available to you. It's not a one-way street. It's you take the information, you keep continuing to work with it for like the rest of your life, honestly. Alright. Let me just cut this out real quick so I can get a finished product on stream this time. Instead of me just saying, yep, that's the pile of meat. Alright, that there. But also, also, happy Sunday to all of you who just popped in, Can Fit It, The Dream, and probably other folks right now while I'm traversing my kitchen for where I left my scissors. Did I put them back? No, because that'd be too smart for me. Where did I put my scissors? Good job, man. I lost the scissors. Let's see here. Did I lose scissors? That's pretty impressive, actually. There's only so much kitchen space, and I've used all of it. Am I sure I put it back? Okay, weird. Okay. Gibbs, what do you do with my scissors? I know you took it when you were taking the food. You took the scissors too. I know you did it. Then took a flight back home. My lady is asserting that the cat did it. The cat asserts that she's innocent. The cat always asserts that she's innocent. Where did I actually put those scissors though? That's actually weird. How did I lose those? Why is this not back where I put them last time? Well, so much for that. Unless I did... No. Okay. Alright. Well, I guess I'm going to bust out a knife for this one instead. I'm so confused. Did I leave it on the table? Or... Huh. That's so weird. That's so weird. How the hell did I lose that? Alright, well, we'll bust... Actually, I know I probably did. Maybe. No? Scissors just disappear in this house, I swear. Alright, let me bust out a knife real quick. Just a small paring knife, don't need much. I don't have a cutting board out because I was intending to lose my scissors. So let me grab that real quick.
making more of a mess than I actually wanted to. Okay, I'm back. They're right there. Wait, hold on. It's right. Wait, can you actually see it in the screen? Because if so, I would like your help. But there we go. The scrum shot of the egg. God damn it. But yeah, knife skills are not very hard. It's just practice proper technique. And yeah, slowing it down is. Everyone's trying to do too fast of a knife skill is a thing. They feel like that's the expertise that they need to be learning, but it's like, no, unless you're actually working in the kitchen, you don't need to go that fast. You really don't. You can just walk it out, essentially. Just make it go really, really slow and simple and not worry too much about trying to speed things up. It's fine. Unless you need to get it done like for like a cooking show or something like that, it's not a big necessity to really learn it fast. I've used my shirt, but the bottoms. Oh no, not shirt, but the bottoms. No, these are Donkey Kong pants. On the other hand, you're jogging with something else. This shit was in Zubaz. I think maybe that would make sense actually too. Oh gosh. We're cooking is about collaboration, sharing, some anti-environmental knowledge. Yeah, exactly. Take the metaphorical music. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, they're really trying to protect. They're really trying to protect Nuge Bez's music and everything, so it's really kind of it sucks when you're really just trying to like jam out to his tunes. It's like it's really hard to find certain things here and there. That said, people are very, very adamant about having it available, which is nice, honestly, because then I can consistently go on and find a different playlist every time. So you know, it refreshes itself every time, which is really, really good. Yeah, what's more diner here? So important piece of cooking advice: you can always stop cooking. Doesn't mean quit. It means turn everything off, take a step back, and say, what do I need to do next? Yeah, that's huge. There's a lot of times when I'm mid-cooking, I was like, I feel like something's missing here. What more can I do? You know, take that moment to step back and just say, give yourself time. Cooking is time. And that's not just an aspect of like, you apply heat over time and that actually conduces in cooking. It's, okay, take time to think about what you're doing. Think about, is there any other techniques that I've used from other similar or different recipes that I can bring into here? Hell, the last time I made carnitas, I threw in Mexican vanilla into the sauce that I cooked the pork with. And that was so good. Like, I did not expect that. This is like, you know, this kind of works with very similar flavors and aromatics. Let's just top a little bit in here with the pineapple habanero and see what pops out. It was super, super good. So you're absolutely right about that. Alright, I actually have to catch up. Kaz always innocent when food's involved. Ironically, when the food's involved, she is actually, that's the only time she's innocent. She actually hates like 90% of human food. She likes some popcorn, she likes putting it in her mouth, licking it, and spitting it out. She likes aged Parmesan cheese, very specifically. And she likes normal milk, but she also likes a very specific brand of lactose-free milk that we thought was awful, and the cat came up and was like having a field day with it. But she hates the one that we actually buy, lactose-free milk that we actually buy. It's really weird. God damn it, Bart. My problem with nice because I just get bored. Oh gosh. But yeah, professional perspective is like, it's like, are you professional? No. Then don't do the professional thing. You don't have to. You don't have to be the professional. But just ultimately here, let me get just like a little shot of that. So there is, and I'm gonna get like a nicer shot afterwards where I cut down the egg and actually get like some of that drip going on here. But I need my camera to do that, and my cell phone's my camera, which is how you're looking at me looking at you. So that said, this is the finished fry. You just top it with a nice little egg on there. The egg juice comes out. You get the nice yolk in there, mixed with everything else. Drizzle with honey. That's what I'm missing. I'm like, something's missing here. Thankfully, I bought myself enough time to actually do it right. There we go. And now you're probably thinking like, that looks crazy. Jamal, you have mixed onions, egg, sweet potato waffles, and honey all together. It's like, hell yeah. It works. It works extremely, extremely good. Like, I swear to you, this is definitely good. With all the salty fork. You would think that'd be weird. I mean, the sauce is a bit sweeter because it's pineapple habanero, so that definitely works with like the savory, the sweet and savory together. But
you get a little bit more of that slightly sweeter edge aromatics in there too when you're making the sauce for the carnita porks. So it's like, oh, that's just extremely good. You don't need a lot. You need very little, is the thing, to really get that last bit of aromatics in there. And it's really cool because of that. From Bitty Body. Yo, welcome back, Dubs. Good to see you, buddy. I'm sure you got a few in. It's lactose-free cheese, so some of my lactose intolerant friends decided to try it out. So it made them feel worse than regular cheese. But oh god. That sucks. Maybe it's something with the plant-based, something like that, and just they don't really jive with it. And they put a lot of stuff into that to kind of like as filler, and maybe some of that filler stuff didn't make it feel really good either. But no, that's interesting, but also that sucks. Yeah, sweet and savory isn't in. I'm experiencing with it too much. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, definitely. There's also cooking styles, which is great, honestly, because I'm not very good with the more salty aspects of cooking. I like mixing more of the sweet with something else styles, because I have a very big sweet tooth. But he's like, okay, well, what kind of healthier, sweeter things can I make? Like sweet potatoes, for example, and whatnot, and kind of incorporate that with everything. And so that's actually kind of one big aspect for me in there, to be able to do that. And then, you know, just a plate of waffles, by the way, so you can see a shot at that. Hell yeah. So it's just really in the regard of, like, I like seeing different people's cooking styles, just because the better you get at cooking, you start pushing towards certain styles, certain flavors, certain skill sets. And it's really cool because it's like, cool, those are skill sets that I'm not experienced in, and I can learn a lot more learning what you do with certain things versus what I do with certain things. You know, I've gotten a lot more into vegetables as of late, and different ways to prepare vegetables. 'Cause I usually just saute my vegetables and I call it a day. But my lady, who's hugely into vegetables, has been preparing them in a lot of different ways. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize this very simple way of preparing a vegetable was actually really good and didn't require much work. And so I'm addicted to Brussels sprouts now, basically, long and short of it all. Salt and spicy, something I learned, something mainland Chinese cooking, yeah. And I'm getting a lot more into kind of mainland Chinese cooking. Spent a half a year out in Beijing, so it's like I want to replicate some of the things I had out there. One of the big things I did was scallion pancakes. Oh god, I love Kong Bing so much. So I definitely can make those at home, and I do have a semi-plan to potentially do that for a cooking stream too. It is just labor intensive. It's not very complicated, it's just labor intensive. Hey, roll this out, fold this in, put out a whole stack of these ones, let it sit for 20 minutes, roll it back up, roll it out again, like fold it up, roll it out again. You're trying to get those flaky layers for a very flat thing. And it's really good though, and it's just super messy because you're cooking it in like a bunch of oil, so it's just splattering everywhere. It's still worth the work, but it's definitely crossing that. It's very close to that line of like, is it too much work in the long run? And barely falls short of that. Barely falls short. Oh, the Chengdu cooking. Okay, yeah, I have not explored Chinese cooking at all, like as a whole in general. So I'm so used to the Szechuan cooking, especially. A little bit of Chengdu, yes, but mostly because I was, I guess, more north side, and I kind of came out to like Shanghai, stuff like that. I didn't ever go to Hong Kong. It was definitely a lot more of the Szechuan cooking style. And a lot of sweet and spicy dishes, yeah. Red bell pepper is really, red bell pepper in general is really, really good. I love red bell pepper a lot. Fortunately, my lady's not a huge pepper fan, so I backed away from it a little bit. Because once again, like I said, now that I've actually prepared my vegetables in different ways, I'm actually just not having peppers all the time, peppers and onions all the time. So that is actually a huge difference. Why peppercorns? Yeah. I have so much trouble with the peppercorns, quite honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I have so much trouble with the peppercorns, so it's really, really hard for me, not gonna lie. I'm like, I had to learn how to say, don't include those. I forgot the name of them, and like I said, don't include those in. Because I struggle with those. People love them, but it's like, just like a few bites here and there are great, but not the whole dish. I don't like going numb mouth on this whole dish. It's really rough. Kaijiao. Cooking, Chinese cooking one. Oh, entry. Or Thai. It's Thai, yeah, because you got to say it with C. Yeah. Or cooking oil. Oh, okay. I don't think I know what that is. I know I had made a Chinese style onion oil. I don't know if that's the same thing or not, but
My lady's just messing with the cat at this point, and the cat's accepting it. But I do need to make more of that. I think I will have a prep day actually very soon because I need to prepare a few things like spice-wise, spice mixes, make more onion oil, stuff like that. So I'll probably have a prep day soon for one of my next cooking streams, and then go from there for that. But no, you all seen the finished product. You've seen everything that this involves. Hell yeah, just hell yeah. Is there a way of refined canola? Okay, gotcha. Canola is its own weird mix of things, too, but more flavorful than the inhibitors. I'm going to copy and paste that for myself later. Cooking oil. So I can do some research on that, because, Tidial. Okay, no, I'm really interested. I'm going to do some research on that to really figure it out. But, that said, everything's made. This is definitely our breakfast, and we're very late to breakfast right now, so I know my lady's just like dying. So I'm gonna start ending the stream here. Go ahead and still link the resource to it because I have the stream chat still open. I'll just pull it up on my other computer or something like that. Or, just whisper it to me. However you want to do it, honestly, that works the dream. So do whatever you want to in that regard. But that said, thank you all for hanging out. Greatly appreciated. If you want to get more cooking action, I'm gonna throw some love back to another cooking streamer who gave me some love. Healthy Addict, so definitely give some love to Healthy Addict as you go into there. But that said, B-Tide, I'm gonna message you up real quick because I am gonna talk to you forever. I want to chat with you and catch up a bit more. But otherwise, send me the Tidial cooking oil information. I would love to check that out. And then otherwise, I'll be on Arcade Pit tonight on Smite stream. So definitely, if you're interested in seeing that Nickelodeon arcade style game show with me and my boy Dr. Dubs, definitely pulling through that. I think it starts at 6 Mountain Time, so 5 Pacific. Don't quote me on that. Just look at my Twitter at some point today and I'll post about it. Because I don't know what time it starts either. I should know, but I don't know. But thanks for hanging out, everyone. Much appreciated. Oh, 8 p.m. EST. Okay, so I was right, actually. So yeah, 6 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. East Central, and then 5 p.m. Eastern. There we go. I mean, not Eastern, Western, Pacific. Words. I'm leaving now before I embarrass myself any further. Thanks for hanging out. Give some love. Oh, yeah. And also, because I haven't hit enter yet, give some love to Healthy Addict as you roll into there. Definitely threw some love to my cooking stream last week. I'm going to throw that love right back at them. So, definitely, thanks again for hanging out. Greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.